What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. I'm Wyatt. This is Justin. You're here watching episode 49 of the Backroad Banter podcast. If you don't know, then maybe you do now. I don't know what you're supposed to know, but if you didn't before, then you might now.
Yep.
But yeah. If you're just now tuning in for this one, then we've got 48 to catch up on, and then maybe you'll find out what you're supposed to be knowing, or maybe you won't. But
Probably
you'll at least learn some things along the way, or maybe not.
I actually know you absolutely will.
No, you will. I don't know how many of them will be useful in day-to-day life, but you'll learn some things.
You'll learn some stuff. We are full of some randomness and a lot of BS, but we also bring a lot of really random, just conversation and talking points and just things that we think of throughout the week. So I don't think you could go one episode without learning something. It's just there may only be one thing to learn in an episode, so you have to really pay attention.
Yeah, it'd be some bullshit that you just tell somebody at like a party.
Yeah.
Did you know?
Oh yeah, dude. Or go to bar. Be really good at trivia. Yeah. You can be really good at trivia based on some stuff. That's funny.
Dude, I think we should do. We should have over Christmas. I think we should do a couple of fucking. If we have, the time, because I know Christmas time's always busy. But I think if we have the time, I think we should, not necessarily do it on here, but, find some sort of game, whether it be trivia or something like that, to play with Faith and Jocelyn and see how that goes, because I bet that could be fucking hilarious.
Well, the good news is I have I have access to a bunch of trivia games from sports to movies to television and pop culture, so... You just tell me which one you want to do, and me and Faith will pick it up, because we have them, that's what we do for Christmas down at her parents', is we always have a 2 or 3 hour long game night, and they'll be like...
Really?
Yeah, it's everything from, games like that to just games that you'll see on, TikTok and Facebook, where it's, trying to throw ping pong balls into something, or seeing who has the strongest breath, so just really stupid fun stuff, but... Yeah, so they're really big into games, so we could definitely do that. That would be a lot of fun.
That'd be some cool shit. I'll start looking around now. Yeah, we got some big shit coming up. I guess we'll go through our updates before we go through our tradition. We're closing in on the first year, dude. Next week's number 50.
Yep.
Next week's halfway to 100. It went by in a fucking blink. The idea of this is now more than a year old. I think we thought of this around Thanksgiving time last year.
Yep. Yeah, I think it's probably about a week from now that we started getting the equipment in, and so that's really cool to think about. 90 plus hours of recordings, of editing, and everything else to go into it, dude. It's really funny.
Yeah, and a lot of the times throughout this year, for those who don't know, we haven't shared, most of the bad shit, because we try to keep it a little bit upbeat. We haven't shared most of the personal bad shit. We've talked about real life, world bad shit, but we haven't talked about a whole lot of personal bad shit. And if we have, we've just touched on it and not gone in depth as to how much of a pain in the ass it was. But I don't know if I can speak for Justin here, but I will tell you the last year has been a goddamn roller coaster. This has been crazy. I have I've recorded in fucking how many different places now? 5, 6?
Yeah, I've been across states. I recorded it on vacation. That's really about all I've done. I've only recorded it in 3 places. So, your mom's house, but
I've recorded everywhere, left and right. I recorded at my old place, and then I evicted myself from my old place due to an awful situation. Recorded from my girlfriend's house. I recorded from this one, the living room, the bedroom, the office room now.
Your mom's.
This is the Dalton room. This will just be called the Dalton room, even when he's not in it anymore. That's what it'll be named.
You'll need to, honestly, I was going to say you need to get a sign made up, but what you need to do is just go get a piece of scrap paper and just write, in your own handwriting, Dalton's room. Nice and sloppy, and just plaster it on the wall. It's all right.
Oh, I'm not even going to call it Dalton's room. It's going to be the Dalton room.
I get it. Yeah, that's basically recording room, right?
The Dalton room, yeah.
Yeah. That's very good. That's very nice. And it's an homage to a friend that we have lost to gayness.
Yeah. I was about to say he's not dead. We just don't know where he's at right now. He's not even like missing. He's just not here.
He's just not here.
He's
we don't know
somewhere. He's where he lives. With his fucking family. But yeah. Anyway, what I was saying is the past year's been a roller coaster, and we have through hell or high water still done this shit. And I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch because we got this one and then 3 more before it is officially a year. But we've done a damn good job.
Yep.
And we have fought through illness and just fucking life.
Yeah.
And schedules and our recording / editing software.
Yeah, it's really funny to look back and now to really we really can appreciate it because every week's been a pain in some way or another with something. It's never like we're not 50 in now and it's smooth. It's still a learning process for us. But what I'm most appreciative about this, dude, is everything that I have learned from this, and just for the fun side of like my personal interests, it's given me so much enjoyment, and outside of work and outside of the life that I've built, it's given me it's just given me enjoyment. It's been really cool to find an interest and to find a hobby in something that I didn't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I've liked it because it's found me some peace in my like you said, the life that you built. Like, it's found me some peace while juggling the chaos of the life that I'm building.
Yeah.
Like, because I haven't built a ton yet, but this past year been relationship, career. You know what I mean? Like, big. My household's taking big career steps soon, so that's cool. But yeah, it's been a fight, and it's been sometimes a pain in the ass, and it's been very stressful. But it's cool that like, what did you say, 90+ hours of content or whatever? Like, that's 90 hours that has quite possibly have saved my sanity at some points.
Yeah.
Because like, realistically, I don't know how a lot of things would have gone without me doing this. Specifically, the early days of this, around February when I was moving, and everything that was transpiring. The reason I was moving and all that shit that was going on. And then, of course, like, just extra, like, summertime shit. Like, summertime was a little stressful for a few different reasons. Like, there's always been something pop up, it seems like. But yeah, this has been the thing that has kept my head on straight, so to speak, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a regular since a regular week, a weekly activity of just something we know we can count on. It's not something. Yeah. And as you talked about before, we've changed recording days and times to just about every time span, but we've been really consistent across the board, and that's really cool. And it definitely is something to whenever you have so many things that does change and does just come up. It's cool to be able to look forward and be like, man, at least I know I'm going to get a talk on the podcast this week. Like, we'll still get a BS and talk our way through it. And it's really funny because this ends up being, even without touching on, like you said, we don't really touch on our personal issues a whole lot, but
yeah,
it's still been a type of therapy session in a way. So it's been really cool, like, just to talk and to just get any nonsense that I may have out.
It's been cool to get, like, for me, it's like a distraction. I don't even want to say a distraction from that bullshit, but it's like a reminder that it's not all bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not a distraction. The bullshit's still there. And I don't think whenever you have, like, bad times in life, I don't know if a distraction is what you need all the time. Sometimes it is, because sometimes bad shit happens, you can't do anything about it. In that case, yeah, you need a little distraction to keep your brain straight. But, like, if you got problems in life that you can fix, you don't really need a distraction. You need to try to fix them. You know what I mean? Like, if they're within your control, then try to control them. But sometimes that's hard. Sometimes that's hard as fuck. And sometimes it makes you think that, like, this, all of life is hard and all of this is stressful and aggravating and bullshit. And but then you get to do something like this, and then, like, just the ridiculous conversations that we have, and then it makes you realize, like, oh, no, it's also fun. Like, there's also fun throughout this fucking 80-year storm that we call life. Like, I
love that you said that, because what it is for me, I I'm reflecting on what I just said. It's literally, it's a sense of taking us back to high school. This is a way of me being able to just be free and dumb and fun and not have to be taken seriously or in a professional manner at all times. And it's allowed me to not, within growing up throughout our 20s, my mindset has shifted a lot, and so it's allowed me to take myself not as serious as well. It's reminded me that, dude, you're still the same old dummy. You still think and talk, and you can still have the same conversations. You've just grown up some, and it's reminded me to kind of hold on to not the childhood, but maybe the adolescence of just pure fun, and that's what I consider.
Just remembering how to have fun with shit, I think, is a lot of what it is. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's been really great.
There's sometimes in life where it's very hard to do that, and then but this hasn't been like one of those times. Like, it's always, even if I'm having a shit day, and like I feel like I don't want to do this, I know I still have to because I got to get it done. We got to get it pumped out by Friday, except for 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even on days where I'm like, fuck, it's been a long day, I'm tired, I'm fucking pissed off, this is happening at work, and this is happening at home, and this is happening over here, and I just don't know if I can do this today, and then I get done, and I'm like, alright, I feel a little better. Yeah. Like, I feel good. Now I can go, like, eat something, relax, go to bed, get ready for tomorrow.
What does it for me, because I hit those road bumps with editing, especially with my process of editing, so I'm listening and watching it so much, but what gets me through it is, once I hear the first part that I forgot we talked about, but it makes me giggle, I'm like, oh, I'm excited. Like, it reminds me of, like, no, this is some good, fun content here. It's, I don't know. It's a reminder, because you forget what all we talk about, because we're just BSing and talking about whatever's on our mind and whatever's on our phone,
Right. Yeah, I feel like there's also sometimes that we may have talked about things twice because we forget about what we talked about.
Oh, I guarantee you I do that. I'm very repetitive. Well, I also am just... I like the things that I like. So I found that I circle back to myself. It's almost like I have to go in and clear out all my memory, all my cache, so that I can just... update my, whatever it's called, my algorithm.
I can't hold all this shit. Some of it's got to go.
Oh, yeah. But that's good. Yeah, it's been good. It's been fun. Just the little fun, dumb stuff. I'm really excited for my hats. I've only got one more hat that's really cool to debut. But whenever it is, it'll be a treat to everybody. And to me if it works. So
there's one that I was going to wear today, but my hair's wet. I don't want to put it on yet, but I'm sure it will be on by the end of the episode because my hair is drying. I don't think we sprinkled this in here. You said we've recorded this at all different times of the day. I don't think we've ever done one this early. It's not even noon.
No, the only way that we may have, it depends on when it was whenever I was on vacation. Because it was pretty early that week that we had recorded.
And I remember we did another one that was fairly early, too, but I thought it was like 2 or 3 p.m., something like that.
Yeah, which would make sense. This is definitely the earliest.
Earliest we've done it from home, yeah. And I guess the reason behind that is that we were both dead. That leads into what's next. How did your holiday week go and your weekend and up until now?
Well, my holiday was really great. Just got to spend a lot of time with my mom's side of the family. My grandpa, got to hang out with him for over an hour just by myself whenever I went over. So that was cool. Meant a lot to me. And then aside from that, I got to hang out with you. I saw Nathan for about a minute and a half. Yeah. And I got to hang out with you a lot. That was really it. Other than that, I didn't get to spend Thanksgiving with Faith or Layla, because that's the one holiday we go separate ways, so we can each spend it with our grandparents. So I don't really have.
Nice. Yeah, it's good that you guys have that kind of system. Yeah,
it works out because it's the one holiday to where we know it's the only holiday in the year we have to split up. Every other time we can either rotate or make both work. But it was really nice, and it meant a lot to her too. So it's just been great to see. And then I've just been sick. Like, I don't know what it is. I just deadly sick. Like, and not in a way of like cold and flu. Like, it can't be the cold and flu for the sole fact of my lungs and throat and nose were fine. It was everything else in my body was awful. I just felt terrible. But yeah, so I've been, that's been about it. I've been drinking my Dubby. Not really. This is electrolytes and water.
Say I've been drinking water.
I can't.
Two of my 4 waters in the first 15 minutes I've already drank.
I've just been doing that. So really just recovering. Did enjoy the holiday weekend. Glad we got to hang out as much as we did. Everybody check out that. You'll see the stickers come season 2 because I'll have stickers out. But
that was very fun. That was a good time.
Everything's been cool so far, and I'm looking forward to to see what we get into here. Because I'm gonna be honest, I got nothing prepared aside from some sports stuff to talk about. That's just been coming up, you know.
I've got a couple things to talk about, but I've also got sports. I got sports to bitch about, I guess. But I think you already know where I'm going there.
Yeah, that's actually the only thing I have to complain about is across a bunch of leagues. But it's only complaining because I'm really upset with everything.
Yeah, man, I had about the same Thanksgiving week, dude. It was good to get out of here. I got a week off of work for the first time since the only times I had a week off of work in my adult life.
That's awesome. That's great.
It happened 3 times. Once was whenever I quit. Once was whenever I quit Amazon. Before I got this current job. Mm-hmm. And because I hated it so bad, and at the time I had a fair amount of money saved up, so I was like, yeah, I can afford to quit my job. Like, I'm an employable guy. I will find a job soon. And I did. I found a job like a week and a half after I quit. But yeah, that was the first time in my adult life that I got, or that was the second time in my adult life that I had a week off. The first time was when I got COVID. So, as you can see, those first 2 scenarios, that's not a good way to have a week off of work.
Yeah. Not ideal.
So I actually, for once in my adult life, at 28 years old, I finally had a fucking fully paid week off of work. So I didn't have to worry about, what's my paycheck going to look like? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Use my vacation time and then paid holidays for the Thanksgiving and shit. So didn't have to worry about that. It was just a week off, nothing to worry about. It was relaxing as hell, let the mind and body reset a little bit, and then I got to see you, and I didn't get to see Seely, but I got to see my dad and my mom, of course, and all the cats and shit. My dad's big ass dumb dog, Abe. He's a big Rottweiler, dumb as fuck.
Abe or Aid?
Abe, like Abraham. Yeah.
That's what I thought, but I was hoping it was Aid because I don't know why. That'd just be funny. Come here,
Abe. I call him Gabraham.
Well, that's probably his biblical name.
Yeah, dude. That's and then I've also been sick, and I think I had the same thing that you had, and I think I had the same thing that Mom had, because I think Mom was worse off than both of us. Mom was in bad shape, dude. I thought I was gonna have to come down and take her to the hospital.
Yeah, that's how I was the first night, and then after that, it's been bad. Faith's home too. She had to come home because she's dead too. She couldn't do it either. Yeah. So she's across the hall sleeping right now because she's worn out. I'm getting over it. I can tell. At this point, it is just a slight fact of maybe puking in somebody's office and body aches. That's really it.
Yeah. And then Jocelyn was even a little bit sick too, but she seemed to fight it off pretty well. She was struggling a little bit for a night, not even a whole day. It was a night. So, I think we all got, I think everybody that was in Mom's house fucking got something.
Well, what's funny is it's going around town, too. I saw a post by somebody that I'm not going to say on here, obviously, but somebody in town, and there was 40 comments talking about, yep, it's going around, this and that. And some people were 24 hours, this and that. And I was like, 24 hours for the majority of it. And then
24 hours for the worst part, yeah.
You still have those lingering things that prevent you from being anywhere away from anywhere you may need to be.
For 24 hours you might be okay, but then for the next 24 you still need to be real close to a bathroom.
Yeah.
And
or have buckets handy. Buckets galore if you're a janitor or something.
Right?
Oh, yeah, not good.
She fought it off with no problem. I think it has to do with her working in hospitals. I think she got she's got a better immune system because she's exposed to fucking everything because she works in healthcare. Yeah, so.
Yep.
Which I remember the first time I met her, I got sick as fuck. Which that was whenever I first thought that. I was like, I think you got me sick. And she was like, well, I'm not sick. I was like, yeah, but we went out to dinner right after you got off work. I said, I definitely think you got me sick as fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, she could carry and not show the symptoms, like you're saying. That makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Science.
We're recovered now, and we're here. And we're here at noon, bright and early.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was a success. I hope Christmas is even more of one.
Yes.
Get to see a couple more people, do a couple more things, and of course do a good old award show. Are we doing that on 52, or are we doing that at the first one of next year?
That's up to you. I think we should probably do it at 52. Actually,
I was thinking so too, just because we'll both be there, like we'll both be under the same roof.
And we start out. You start out the first episode, just regular episode, welcome to season 1, so it's or episode 53, but you guys know what we mean. That I agree with that. I think that would work out. So just 2 more here and then 1 in person, and we'll be heck yeah.
I think we skimmed over some categories next week. I think we'll finalize the categories the week after. Nominees on 51, winners on 52.
That works with me.
And then we'll have ourselves some goddamn awards, and we'll be Christmasing it up and having some drinks and
have a whole celebration. I'm very excited. If all goes as planned, it should be a celebration.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be a good time. It's been a good ride, and I'm looking forward to what's next because there's a lot more ride left.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm excited for. Is honestly, I don't even know where else it could go. It's just the fact of it's continuing is enough. So.
Yeah, and the thing is, like with us not, quitting it, I think it could go like anywhere, and if it doesn't, then oh well, we're having a good time.
Yeah.
That was kind of the goal of the whole thing going into it. And and then whenever we're old and one of us fucking dies first, we'll have some funny shit to watch.
I have a lot of it too. That's what's fun. I see dying's mine. That's mine. Oh gosh, that terrifies me now. But I'm just thinking even 10 years from now, like, that would be depending on how long this goes on. It needs to be like I think there needs to be at least a 10-year gap before I were to go back and watch it. But whenever it is we end, 10 years after that, I think I'm gonna go back and might have to have a reunion. I don't know, man. That's
you'll have to show Layla. That's what you'll have to do. And when she gets to be about 15, 16 years old, you're gonna have to show her some of these.
That's the goal. She already has the link in her email to our page. So.
Oh, that's hilarious.
One of the emails that I sent her. So. It's another reason why I did it. It's a vlog for us, but it's a vlog for her to at least, see the dumb side of me, because who knows, maybe I'll be an old grouchy dad.
Right. And then like on the more, I hate to say it, but on the more morbid side of things, like if something were to happen to either one of us, like everybody that we care about has a lot of, you know what I mean?
Yep. They can go back and watch countless moments of us smiling and laughing and like having real conversations, having dumb conversations. It's honestly, see, I try not to think about it just because of my not fear of death, but my acknowledgement of it. But that is that's good. That'll be a really good.
Yeah, and it's also like we get really old. Like what if we don't? What if one of us doesn't make it to? Which I'm older. And you already have a child, so whenever I do have a child, my child's going to be younger. So when I have, like, one of these days when I have grandkids, there's a chance they don't get to know me very well, but they'll have this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they'll get to see some of this, and they'll be like, oh, he was an all right dude.
Yep. That makes me so happy. Like, genuinely, that makes me so happy right now, just thinking about it, because that is probably the best thing that's coming from this is thinking about just that in itself, dude. That's awesome.
I mean, I think even if it did blow up, and because you know how we are, we're very sentimental and care about our people and our families and stuff like that. Like, even if this did blow up and did a lot of good for us by some slim chance, I still think that other shit would still be more important than that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
It is.
Yeah, I still think that other stuff would be more important than anything else that we could possibly get out of it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I don't make money, so I can't really talk about it. So I'm very envious of money, but I'm more sentimental and care about the moments and memories than I do anything else at this current point in time. And I think it's because I've been lucky enough to, have such strong friendships throughout, my entire adult life as well. And then just all the relationships I've built, and now also having a family, all of it together just kind of aligns my focus in terms of what's important, and it's literally the people in your life. So that's I'm 100% with you, dude. That's very well said. Very well said.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's our recaps, and that's what our
plans are.
Oh, get this! I just got a scam text message. This is funny. We talked about making money from this. This is 100% a scam. I can tell because the number's not even American, and because this doesn't happen. Hello, I'm Sophia, a customer service representative from YouTube. Your resume has been recommended by multiple online recruitment platforms. Okay. My resume full of years of warehouse experience is just fucking getting thrown at YouTube. I'll believe that. Yeah, high paying position. That's what it doesn't. Yeah, high paying position. YouTube optimization specialist. Remote work required. Daily salary $200 to $600. No experience required. This, if anybody ever gets a text message like this and you believe it,
if you get a text message,
you need taken care of. You need somebody to wipe your ass for you. You shouldn't drive a car. You definitely shouldn't breed.
No. This is what everybody has warned about for 20 years, your data being... That's all that is. They just got your phone number. You will never get anything. You will never get a job offer unless it's under the table through text message. That will never happen. And then if it's under the table, they're probably not formulating it in the way that Sophia has. So... I doubt Sophia's her name, but...
No, this is probably... I'm not going to say what his name probably is, because I think it might be considered racist.
Oh.
I was gonna give him an incredibly Middle Eastern name. And I said him, because it's probably a dude.
See, what's really shitty is that I don't know enough Indian names. I would give a good, funny name, because it's not funny if it's true, and if I could name a real one. But I don't know Indian names. I only know, the Middle Eastern I know is not that Middle Eastern. It's...
Yeah.
More the Middle Eastern.
Yeah, it's the ones you want to avoid.
Yeah.
Not the friendly day-to-day ones, but the bad ones you see on the internet. Yeah.
Not the good hot curry ones.
Right.
Yeah, never mind. Yeah. So. Yeah, yeah. Guys, don't fall for that stuff.
No.
If you don't send your resume to people, don't go chasing a job.
No, because the only way that you're going to get a job offer from anything is if you're an actual well-known person, and it's still not going to it's not going to happen like that. The people that get calls like that are professional athletes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're the people that get, and they don't get text messages. They don't get, hey, this is so-and-so from the Cleveland Cavaliers. We want to offer you a 4-year, $80 million contract. No, they're calling your agent. They're not even calling you. They're calling your agent, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, bro."
Yeah, you are. Yeah, it's just common sense, people. Common sense. Yeah. That's all it is.
If it seems too good to be true, it is.
Yeah.
If it seems fake, it probably is.
At the minimum, do research before you do anything that could put you in harm's way further. Just simple Google searches can do a lot for you. People are very upfront on Google about what scams are. If you just type in the exact message and stuff, they're like, yep, that's definitely a scam. Don't do that.
Yeah, because it happens to a lot of people, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's actually one of the best things for Reddit.
Yeah, Reddit's really good for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I guess now we can get into some sports. Let me get my hat on real quick.
Yeah, some meats and potatoes. Guys, you can't see it. My hat I was just wearing that hat. I just wore that hat today while I was freezing balls outside. It's a good hat right there.
I've been wearing this outside. I'm surprised I can still hear. I can't get the fucking thing over my head all the way, though. There we go.
Mine is a simple golf hat, Callaway golf hat, all black, because I feel like blah today. So I feel like this matches my energy right now.
Right.
Plus, it's just a nice clean hat, and I haven't got to debut it. Just got the tag off, so here we go. Yeah, let's talk about some sports. So I've got... Oh, man, actually, most of my stuff... I've got one hockey, one basketball, and then a couple football stuff. But we could probably kick off with, what we should, since we are fans of them. The Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Let me just get... I want your opinion on...
You're gonna get it.
On Sunday's game, specifically, and outcome of what you think that did for Mike Tomlin in terms of, where's he going to go? Is he going to get fired?
I've been a big proponent the past few years. Everybody's been saying, or not everybody, but a lot of people have been saying fire Tomlin. It's been split. A lot of people have been saying fire him. A lot of people have been saying not. That whole time, I've been on the not train. I've been saying don't fire this guy. He's one of the best head coaches of all time. But after what I've seen the past couple weeks, and then especially Sunday, I think I've changed my tune. And it's not even that he's a bad coach. Like, he's proven that he knows what he can do, you know what I mean? But he's lost the locker room. Like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't fucking play there. I'm not in the locker room. I don't know any of the people. But I will say this. If you've played sports at any level, and if you've ever had a shit coach, it is so painfully obvious what a lost locker room looks like. Those guys don't give a fuck. I don't think a single one of them, from Aaron Rodgers to T.J. Watt to Joey Porter to Patrick Queen to fucking Cam Hayward, who I'll touch that on in a minute, to his punk-ass brother that's not good at anything, to that whole team, the coaching staff, the front office. I don't think a single one of them give a single fuck anymore. I don't think any of them care. I think all of them are about sick of this shit. I know the Pittsburgh fans are about sick of this shit. He's lost the locker room. Like, nobody fucking cares anymore. And it, like, the crazy thing is, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to, like, fix some of the problems. I'm not saying that anybody could go in and fix every single problem with the Steelers, like, right from the jump, but you do the same predictable shit for 20 years, dude. People are going to figure it out. Like, change something, adapt. Like, that's what sports is all about, is adapting, especially football.
It's really funny that you say that. That's the biggest thing for me, is that he's not instituting change whenever it's obvious. And the biggest example of that, which is plastered all over social media, which I watched some of the game, I knew that they ran it a lot. 29 times for one run play, the same run play, and it worked. That has to be a record. That has to be a record.
Yeah.
There is no way that is not.
Yeah, we got ran over top of. We fucking.
And it's really funny because for me, I was addressing it to the offense. But I like that how you put it, that he lost the locker room, because after watching the post game press conferences and stuff and hearing the things that were said, I think you're absolutely right. I think
they don't
that
care.
Everybody's at this point is like, you know what? We've already counted this season as a loss. We're counting it as a loss with you. Nothing's changing. And so it's more of, let me just go get my money and my stats, and then that's it. And it's made the defense now fall apart as well. And that's what's crazy, is we expected the offense to be everywhere this year. Everybody did. But, man, this defense is not what it
should be.
Not what it should be, and not what it has been. And still, with the age of the players, it should be better.
Yeah,
So
like, we added an old Jalen Ramsey, which at the point I thought, like, that might come back to bite us, but I didn't see the offense, or I didn't see the defense being this terrible.
Yeah. I don't know. And then the offensive wise, dude, I still don't. We just can't produce anything.
Yeah, they've been playing horrendous fucking football. And I want to touch on the post-game press conference. That shit, I'm specifically Cam Hayward's, infuriated me.
I'm going to be honest, I don't think I saw his. What did he say?
Somebody asked him why him and Josh Allen were chirping back and forth the whole game, and they were pissed off or whatever, and he was complaining that Josh Allen was a dirty player, that Josh Allen like kneed him in his stomach or something. Like, bitch, you have been in this league for 15, 16 years? You've been in the league for a long time. You're 300 plus pounds. You're a big tank of a man. You have been a legendary defensive lineman for your career. Like, all the respect in the world to what he's done. But if you don't grab your nuts out of whoever's purse you left them in.
Yeah.
And, like, oh, for real? Like, who cares, bro? You just got bitched. You just got fucking 30 put up on you by everybody in the goddamn league throughout the whole course of the year. Like, and then you're over here talking to the reporters, oh, he's a bad player because he kneed me in the tummy. Like, bro, would you fuck off? Like, would you retire?
Yep.
Like, if you're seriously, like, shit gets bad and you turn into a little crybaby bitch, hang him the fuck up so they can cut your useless fucking brother, too. Like, get out of here. I loved the dude. He was great. He had a great career. But if this is where we're at, then fuck off.
Yeah.
Because this shit's not helping. Like,
yeah. That's really petty of him. One, to go after Josh Allen, of all instances. That guy is the golden boy. He is literally, like, everybody in the NFL, everybody loves that guy. So, he's most certainly not a dirty player, because if he was, it would have been shown long before now, because he's been in the league for 8+ years. Or however long it's been. How long has he been in the league?
I think it's 8. I think this is either 8. I think this is number 8 right now.
That's what I thought.
17, I think, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So, that's just... Okay, you know what? We'll just go away from him. Also, stop being like you said, stop being a baby. This is football.
Yeah.
You
made my belly hurt.
You're getting paid millions of dollars to play a kid's game. As Joe Burrow said, millions of dollars to play a kid's game. Yeah, go out there and play it and don't... Oh, that actually infuriates me more than anything. And that has nothing to do with the coaching staff. That just has to do with he's a sore loser.
Yeah, you're supposed to be a goddamn leader. You're the vet. You've been there longer than everybody. You're countless Pro Bowls. You're probably going to the Hall of Fame. If you don't go to the NFL Hall of Fame, you will be considered an all-time great Steeler. But you're supposed to be the leader of this struggling team, and then you go crying, "Oh, big bad Josh Allen hurt my tummy."
If you were to go back 8 years and tell me that when Ben Roethlisberger retires, that will be the downfall of this organization, I would say, you're full of it, bro. You're full of it.
I wouldn't believe that. I'd been like, dude, this organization's bounced back since the beginning of time. What do you mean?
And it really, like, that's all that I'm going back to now is... And Ben's been right. I've watched, like, he's been on podcasts the last few years talking about different things. It's like, man, why is he not the coach? Because he will do something that will at least fucking put up some points and get us somewhere in the playoffs beyond, 8-8 or whatever it is that we finish out with.
Yeah, but this team's turning into a bunch of bitches. They need to. I would say they need to get it together, but there's no getting it together. That's the thing. There's they need gutted. They need to get rid of fucking everybody. Yeah, I hate to say it like that. They're too old.
Yep.
They're not winning. Like, we're wasting T.J. Watt. He's not going to win anything here.
Yeah.
As much as I hate to say it, he can. Yeah, I still love the dude, but give him a chance. Give him a chance.
You're just going to be your brother. That's what's unfortunate.
Yeah.
He'll just. Mm-hmm. Which, that's a shame. If that family goes without winning a Super Bowl, that is a true shame.
Shout out to letting loyalty be more important than accolades, but
at some point,
help yourself.
You got to put yourself first whenever you've put the team first for 10+ years. Yeah, that's crazy.
It's getting to the point, and you know what's going to happen though. I don't know how they're not trying to change shit, because as a guy that lives in Pittsburgh now, I know the city of Pittsburgh isn't going to treat the Steelers as bad as they treat the Pirates. I know that, but dude, this city likes winners in sports. There's some fair weather fans here, dude. If they don't attempt to do something with this fucking franchise, they're going to see it.
Well, Sunday was the example. First time ever that they booed Renegade. First time ever. And it was, I saw the video. I never listened to it until, yesterday or Monday whenever I was just laying in bed. that was stadium wide that they were doing. Like, that was loud. So, honestly, to me, I think that you're right, and I think it's already started heading that way. I think they've lost a lot of the fan base. They're losing me just because it makes no sense what you're doing. It makes no sense. And I'm not going to be a Cleveland Browns fan that's just a fan because of location. Like, I'm sorry, you're still far enough away, and these games are still so expensive. I'm not fucking going. So, if
like,
I need,
I'll always love them, dude. But there's like, it's gonna get to a point where if they don't do something fast, it's gonna be like, well, I'm not. 1 o'clock hits on Sunday. It's like, well, I'm not watching the Steelers game. I'm watching the best game that's on the slate.
Well, and it's really funny because that's what has happened. It's not that, people aren't fans, but it's that we're not tuning in to crappy programming, which is exactly what has happened with the Pirates. I don't care if your tickets are $10. I'm not going to a game if it's going to, and that's what the fans have done in PA. So,
yeah. Like, why should we give a shit if
you don't?
Yeah. Like,
if you're paid all that money and you make all this money and it's supposed to be for the fans, it's the best way also to make changes and to get changes made through the fans' viewpoint is to just not show up, or to make sure that when we do, we let our voices heard. So I think it's really cool. I'm very surprised that they booed Renegade, but I think it's cool because that's something that the organization's taken notice of.
It's like the whole fan base, like me included, all got to our breaking point at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was that and fire Tomlin in the same game throughout the chance. So it's really funny, but it did. I think everybody was like, okay, no, this is. Well, we started off hot though, too. Honestly, it's hard to be mad whenever you started off surprisingly good.
Yeah, they gave us hope. They were like, oh shit, this is going to be a team. Like that shootout with the Jets. Yeah, you didn't want to see us give up that many points. But you were like, damn, this offense is going to be something. And then here we are, 6 weeks later, or whatever it is. Actually, it's more than that. Shit, 12 weeks later, or something like that. But it's, you look at what's happened since. It's not good. And the crazy thing is, they're only 6-6, and like we're in a bad division.
Yep.
Which is not normal for the AFC North, but like we're still tied for first.
Are we really?
Us and the Ravens are both 6-6. Cincinnati's 4-8. Cleveland's 3-9.
Well,
like, yeah, we still have a shot to make the playoffs, but like if you watch one of their games, you don't feel that way.
And I don't want them to, dude. We'll just get embarrassed. It'll be just a walk off for whoever we're playing against.
Yeah, it'll be like whenever our high school team the year after we graduated went like 10-0 and then went to the playoffs. The first playoff game they went to, they got the fucking shit smacked out of them. Everybody from the town was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go watch this. It's gonna be awesome." And they got beat by like 50, and everybody went home pissed off and disappointed.
That's what happens when you stack a schedule.
Yeah, they fucking. I don't know.
That's
what they're
crazy.
Doing. I don't know what they're doing, and I don't know what they need to do, but I think they need. And I do think they should fire Tomlin. And I'm not trying to say this guy's a shit coach. Like he's proved that he can do the damn thing, and he won a couple Super Bowls. Like he only won one, didn't he?
Yeah. He won the 2008.
Yeah, because Cowher was still here before that. Yeah. But like he's gotten the job done before, but it's time for something different, man. Like the shit don't time catches up to you, and shit don't always work the same as you want it to. Like sometimes you gotta change.
And I think it's the best for both parties. We need a different coach, and he needs a different organization. He needs to go
coach college football where he can get away with having a stacked roster and doing the same shit every fucking play and not ever changing anything.
And you make a shit ton of money as a college coach now, so you're not losing anything transferring over, especially if you're Mike Tomlin, who has a Super Bowl to him, and yeah, that's crazy. Anybody can go anywhere.
I think next year, I think we need a different coach.
I think January it'll happen. I think come January they'll.
Yeah, I think it's time for a different coach. I think it is. It's time for a different quarterback. And by a different quarterback, I don't mean another guy that's about to retire. You know what I mean? We don't need some other future Hall of Famer that's on his way out. We had Russell Wilson, we had Aaron Rodgers. Like shouts out to those guys. They did what they could do, I guess. But we don't need another 37-plus-year-old quarterback. Aaron Rodgers turned 42 yesterday. Like we don't need We don't need the retirement home Steelers. It's not going to do any good.
No, we're getting to the age to where we need our quarterbacks to be at or younger than us. Like, they need to be establishing themselves. Not.
And I even saw some people talking about like a Kyler Murray trade. Why? Like, no disrespect to Kyler Murray, he's all right, but like, no, we need a young guy from the ground up that's gonna fucking learn. And I mean, Kyler Murray's not old, but he's been in the league for a minute. He's 28. He's outraged.
And he's been hurt plenty of times, and I don't want a fucking accident-prone quarterback either.
Yeah, and we definitely don't need him if we don't change coaches. If we don't change coaches, there ain't no way we'd bring that motherfucker in here. We'll get him killed.
Yep. Our line, both offense and defense right now, is terrible, but our offensive line, fucking awful, bro. It's really surprising.
The receivers don't give a shit. Like Aaron Rodgers said in the press conference the other day that like people need to be like watching film and running their routes right or whatever. And like I agree, because if you're like, listen, like Aaron Rodgers, he's not the same Aaron Rodgers. You know, he's 40 plus years old, but he's still Aaron Rodgers. He still knows football. He's still smart.
He's still a quarterback that's been in the league for that long.
And you have DK Metcalf and Pat Freiermuth and like, and that's it. I mean, you got Jonnu Smith too, but you don't have any guys that can get themselves open. And how do you not like if you have DK? How do you not at least have one guy that can get himself open? What's he doing?
Well, for me, what I saw that, and that was one of the most frustrating things from the press conference that I saw, and it's only because how is this not mandatory for these guys to be spending 10 plus hours on film a week whenever you go and talk to, like, they'll do the interviews with the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks have the craziest amount of schedule out of anybody because they're in defensive meetings, they're in offensive meetings, they're in their QB meetings, plus all their stuff. But for me, it's like, you watch film at D3 college, at D2 college. You're watching film every single week, both offense and defense. So how are you not having your wide receiver rooms watching film on what the heck is going on? Like, how is that not a mandatory thing for these people who are making retarded money?
Yeah, it just seems like nobody cares. Like, I think if anybody cares, it might be Jalen Warren. I think it's because he's Samoan or whatever, so it's impossible for him to not care about football. But yeah, he's still running like a bullet, but not getting anywhere. Because you need the whole team to operate to do well. So
yep.
Especially as a running back, and they're just not. But I think he might give a shit. Aaron Rodgers is really quickly starting to not. I think I don't think it's that he doesn't give a shit. I think he's starting to get frustrated that he didn't just retire.
Which is and that's my.
I would too.
Yeah. This is not not that it was a farewell tour season, but this isn't even this is nothing good to fucking end on. Like, nothing good to end what is a historic and definitely, Hall of Fame career.
Oh, yeah, one of the greatest of all time, no doubt.
And what breaks me, because I actually don't give a shit about Aaron Rodgers professionally as a quarterback, but now he's a part of the Steelers' history, and it's a terrible year in our history. Like, it's one that I will most certainly remember of, like, this is, that was a bad time for, as a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
So it's just...
Before we shift away from the Steelers, I do want to show you one thing that made me laugh really hard, especially after what happened yesterday.
Okay.
So this guy tweeted... It was just some random dude. Wasn't even like a famous person, but the tweet went off. Everybody fucking loved it. It said, Mike Tomlin will say something like, I just sent you the screenshot if you want to read it. But yeah, he said Mike Tomlin will say something like, we can't eat soup with forks. We need spoons. And then the Steelers will sign a 2018 Pro Bowler to the practice squad.
Somebody clipped that and put that on Instagram. I saw that and was like, how the fuck did they pulled that from his diary. They pulled that straight from that guy's diary. That's so funny. Well, look,
because yesterday they signed Adam Thielen.
That was the only last Steelers thing that I had. That was the second picture that I sent you. Was I like Adam Thielen too? Not on my team though, because he ain't gonna do anything.
Yeah, like, I would have liked him, 5-6 years ago.
I'd like him if we had a quarterback.
Yeah.
That would also help me if I was like, well, at least we have somebody that could, for sure put it into his hands. But
yeah,
I
like your other pictures here. I can't wait to talk about the Odell one. But yeah,
oh my gosh,
we'll go in whichever order you want here.
We could just go with the first one since it has to do with last week. The only other game that I want to comment on, and people have given him crap, and I'm not going to give him crap. I'm just going to say what the heck is Yoho's kick here, just surprising, and ouch. Ouch.
Yeah, that looks like it hurts like hell.
He had to have broken a toe. There's no way he did not break a toe on that.
Yeah, that looks like it hurt like shit.
I mean, you are, as somebody, dude, he definitely, but it's so funny, he just, he had to have not had his eye on the ball. Like, that's the only thing that could make sense for not making contact with the ball.
Yeah, I have no idea. Like, I understand shanking a kick every once in a while, but, like, if you're a pro kicker, how are you missing the ball?
That's the first time
I'm not anywhere close to a pro golfer, and I barely miss the ball at golf anymore. And I'm nowhere near a pro. I still suck.
Dude, I've never seen somebody miss a kick. My first intention was not to make fun of him, because my first one really was out, because that just has to kill. But
yeah, that's gotta suck.
Now, as a professional kicker, dude, you might be the first guy in a decade plus to miss the football. Like, so... Yeah. Just wanted to throw that in there because that's just crazy to me. We can talk about Odell now. I watched this whole thing because it was I forget which podcast it was on. It was one of the ones with like Ryan Clark and stuff, I believe. But yeah. I saw that and it bothered me because I was like, okay, they definitely took this out of context. They did not take that out of context.
Oh no.
Yeah, that very much upset me watching that video because all he did was explain how finances work in the United States. Like, he was complaining that he had a $100 million contract and 40 got taken for taxes. And then he had to make that, he broke it down between the years. And then he's like, how we make all this money and then we're supposed to, in a 5-year time span, we make all this money, and then all of a sudden we're supposed to make it last the rest of our life.
Yeah.
And he's like, people just don't...
Yeah, you are.
He's like, regular people don't get it.
At 35.
Exactly. It's not... It's just so stupid because he called out, like, what athletes do in terms of, I'm gonna buy this for my mom. I'm gonna buy this car. I'm gonna do this. So, I'm spending $4 million a year on this, and I'm like, okay, you're choosing.
Sounds like a you problem, bro.
Exactly. Okay. There are 99.9% of all people on this planet that have ever and will ever live will never see millions of $2 million in their lifetime, let alone that type. So for me, it's just real frustrating because I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt whenever I saw, World Star's caption. And then watching the full 3-minute video, it's like, no, dude, you're just very irresponsible with your money. Yeah.
Yeah, you're just dog shit with money. You thought that your one big one-handed catch was going to get you a lot longer of a career than it did, and it didn't, and you blew through all of your money like a fucking moron.
Yep. And any athlete that does the same, then you did that to yourself. That's all on you. Nothing.
Yeah, it's not the NFL's fault, because let me tell you, here's an idea that I had. If he thinks it's the NFL's fault, I don't know if he does, but if he does think it's the NFL's fault, and the NFL would like to prove him wrong, you can give us $100 million. Check back in on us in 10 years. When's the last time he played? It was a few years ago.
I'd say 2021, probably.
Yeah. But that wouldn't have been the $100 million contract. So, like, when did he play for the Giants?
2017.
That would have been that. So, okay, he's 33 years old. Yeah, if he wasn't garbage, he'd probably still be playing, maybe. You know what I mean? Okay, he played for the Dolphins last year. Ravens 2023. 2018 was the last time he played for the Giants. So, yeah, 2018, that's 7 years. Yeah, so NFL, if you want to, and I'm not even saying give each of us $100 million. Give it just to us as a unit.
Yep.
Give us $100 million, and I guarantee you, we could quit working. I wouldn't, but we could. We could quit working, and you could check back in on us in 7 years, and I would guarantee you we would not be out of money. Even remotely close to it. There's fucking 0% chance. Yeah.
And there's actually, I would say there's a 5 to 10% chance that we would have more.
Yeah, probably.
So, and that's not being arrogant. That's just being a regular person who's not about. I don't know. Actually, I think what it is the fact that we are far enough into adulthood and been through enough, ups and downs to where it's like we know what it takes to, one, for us to live on, but as well as, to continue throughout. We're not going around. That's my biggest thing too. Is unless you're, an analyst or something, a lot of people just count on their sports fame getting them through the rest of their life, and that just bothers me because you're not bringing any quality to your life because you're not giving yourself a chance because you're just stuck on your pro days instead of moving on and starting shit or doing stuff. Which is funny for me because Odell actually took one of his contracts. He took $100,000 of his contract in Bitcoin, and that has done extremely well for him over the last 5 years. Like, he is doing financially well, so why is he complaining if he knows what to do? It's like, dude, maybe you had some ups and downs, but you yourself are learning, obviously, because you had the smart enough idea to do that. And
he probably just now found out that you don't make money whenever you don't play. and he was like, he was fine, up until now, and he hasn't played this season. And then he's like, well, why am I not getting any more money?
Yeah. Well, that five games.
Where's my money going? Why is the number going lower?
Well, dude, but for real, because when you think about people like him, you're getting $200,000-$300,000 game checks. Mm-hmm. That's holy, yeah. So even if you're only putting out $400,000 in bills, a month, which is probably about average for a pro player like that, multiply that by 12, you're looking at $4.8 million a year, and if you have nothing coming in after 3 years, that really dissipates like his has. So like that money should be enough money for not only one lifetime. It should be enough money for more than one lifetime. Like, he should be, like, a $100 million contract should have been all that he ever needed. It should have been all that his kids ever needed, and should have been all that maybe his grandkids ever needed. Yep.
And if he's struggling with money at, like, now, then it's his fault. It's, nobody fucking came in and spent his money for him.
No, and the biggest thing is too, if he's not actually hurting for money and he's just saying this as maybe like a forewarning or as a complaint to the NFL or to the IRS or to whoever it is that he's mad about losing money to, it still goes down to the fact of you got paid $60 million, bro. Like, it's not that hard to. The hardest thing, you know what, probably is really difficult for him, who was as big of a star, especially probably in his head, was adjusting his lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because I guess adjusting your lifestyle is something that, like, our lifestyle is easy to continue at what we're at, but if you play 10 years in the league, I bet you build up a certain lifestyle to where there's some things you don't want to give up so easily. Yeah. So I guess I do need to think about that.
I bet it gets to a point where those guys think not only do they not want to give it up, I bet they think they can't. They're like, well, how am I supposed to go without this? Like, it's really easy. Like, you can. You just got to try it. It's not bad.
Just think about how you did it before, and then you'll do it.
Right.
Yeah, it's that easy. But yeah, I want to throw that in there just because I don't know. Money is definitely unfortunately, the purpose of life in the sense of you need it to do things, but it also doesn't take nearly as much to make you happy or to live on as what we think it is now. I was watching this. There's this billionaire dude that was talking about it. He made money in the shipping, buying shipping cargo ships and stuff in New York in the 70s and the 80s. And the difference now, he said, between people then and people now is the approach and the aspect of money. So, like, the idea of what $1 billion is so small to people now, to where, like, we think of it as a large number, but we don't actually think of it for as large as it is. So it's really like a conception type of thing. It was really interesting to me because it was very true, because we just hear about so many people having so much money, that it becomes overwhelming to even think about what a piece of that would do for us normally.
Yeah, and for Odell or anybody else, in my opinion, I think if you find, whether he's bad off on money now or if he's just complaining about it, whatever the situation may be, if you find anything to complain about with if you get $100 million and you find any way to bitch about getting that $100 million, you didn't deserve that $100 million.
Yeah. Yeah, if you get the money, if you get that money and you still think money is your issue, you got to reevaluate some things.
Yeah, then I really don't know how to help you. Yeah.
That's where that concept of money, of being so, like, that's just where that concept is conceptual. It is literally a concept to each individual person on what it takes. So funny. We can transfer over now. So this next sports picture I want to throw up is from, these are the official uniforms for the next game for the Orlando Solar Bears.
The Solar Bears. That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's a great name.
That is a good name.
Yeah. But this is their tighty-whitey uniform, or underwear uniform, which I forget the official name for it. But I guess they have an underwear toss game where people just toss underwear on the... I don't know. So I think it's funny. I would hate to be one of those players caught playing in that. I think that is a very embarrassing jersey. But my gosh, does it not look funny? Like, they did really good with it.
Yeah, that looks funny as shit.
The tall dude is not happy. He's like, why am I posing for this photo? Why am I going to be on social media?
Yeah, he doesn't look pumped at all.
No.
The other dude's just kind of like taking it with what it is, but yeah, that tall guy's like, oh, Jesus.
Oh, the tall guy's the captain. He's got the C patch too, so he's the captain. So
yeah, and then the other dude's the alternate. That's why they picked those. Yeah.
Oh,
that's funny.
That's too funny. And then the last thing that I thought would be good to talk about sports-wise, dude, is really disappointing, is the Chris Paul stuff, dude. You know, we literally grew up on and with Chris Paul, so it's very sad to see the business side really take effect here at the end of his career.
The Clippers can fuck themselves for this, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, because here's the thing. Like, any money that they had to pay him, they still have to pay him. Which I don't think it was very much. I'm sure it was like a minimum contract. He just wanted to come back for 1 year. I don't know for sure, but if I were to take a guess, it's probably what it was.
Yeah, he was just finishing out this year.
And I'm not a big proponent of being, because, like, time for everybody, but also in sports, always moves forward. I'm not a big proponent of keeping people forever just because they did something good for you 10 years ago. But when they're your franchise's best player ever, you do that for them. You know what I mean? Like, there's a special level of, like, let me think of an example. Like, trying to think of somebody that had, like, a good run, but not good enough to be like, yeah, we'll bring you back at, 40 years old and let you just have a spot on the team because of what you did. Like, I don't think, under most circumstances, I don't think most teams should do that. But whenever you're Chris Paul or LeBron James or Dwayne Wade or Carmelo Anthony or fucking, go back in time, like Michael Jordan.
Kevin Durant will be one. Kevin Durant should 100% be allowed to go to the Thunder.
Yeah. If you're these absolute legendary players and, like, your franchise, like, best player in the franchise ever, you do that for that guy. Especially when you fucking suck.
Yep.
What are they gaining by getting rid of him? They still suck. Like, he wasn't there to win any championships. He was there to go out with his team, with the place that he called home, with the place that he loved to be, and you know what I mean? Like, he did that for him, and like, he didn't do that to go win any championships. He did that to go out on the note that he wanted to go out on. And they played him one time in Charlotte. I don't think he got to play a home game. I might be wrong about that. I haven't been following the Clippers too closely, but I know they've been sitting him a lot, and they finally played him against Charlotte, and now they released him. Like, and he told everybody this was his last year. He's retiring after this year.
He just wanted this for this, and for context, according to the Post, which I've seen all over, they literally released him at 3 a.m. So they did the same thing that the Baltimore Colts did in '82. They pulled out in the middle of the night and weren't telling anybody. And it's really shitty to do because, one, like you said, he is arguably the best player to ever put on the Clippers uniform.
Yeah.
And most certainly, he will be a Hall of Famer without having a ring. That's incredible.
No doubt. Yeah,
So,
what is he? Number 2 all-time in assists, right? And he's only behind John Stockton, which is a completely uncatchable record. Him and Blake Griffin were one of the best duos, and then you could add in him and DeAndre Jordan with Blake Griffin, and those three as a trio. And it's just, he had so many good teams. It's just the ultimate disrespect, and it just shows that there's no class anymore. It's all business. And this taught me one thing: is that this Clippers franchise as a whole doesn't deserve shit.
No.
These guys running the ship there, they don't deserve to win.
They're not invested
in ever be good.
You see, I think that's my problem with sports. Maybe you saying that made me realize something. I think that's my problem with sports is that the people in charge of the organizations and in the teams, they're not the people that are actually fans of the sport. They're just money people. They're there for position and power instead of also having people that are diehard, bleed the stuff that they're going through. Whenever you see Jim Irsay's daughter step up and be on every sideline,
gives a fuck, dude.
She talks to the opposing team, talks to her team. She is there. She is trying to. She admitted, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm going to be there until I learn what I'm doing.
And you know what's going to happen is she's going to end up being one of the best goddamn owners in the league.
Role model out the butt. She is somebody that I look to as like, you saw an issue, you acknowledged it, and you found a solution. You are going to. It's just all hands on, and that's what it needs to be whenever you're running billion-dollar organizations and stuff that, no offense, are solely funded by the people watching the games and coming and buying the merchandise. So it's funny. It's similar to the NASCAR issue that's going on right now. Somebody was talking about it, and they said NASCAR's issue is that all the tracks are okay with the TV money, so they don't care to bring the fans in. And it's true, you don't care about the fans. You're not giving the fans what they want in any sport, it seems like, anymore. So whenever we get instances like I forget her name, but Jim Irsay's daughter, then
Carly.
Thank you. It was Carly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that's right. I'm gonna have to look that up and second guess myself, but I'm pretty sure it's Carly.
I'm pretty sure it is too, and I also want to comment. She has some killer shoe game. Killer shoe game.
Does she?
Very much so. She's balling on the sidelines, and some of them are, very bougie brands. But when you're a billionaire, I expect you to wear, some stuff.
Shouts out to her, dude. She's running a good ship over there. She's and another thing that you didn't touch on that I want to touch on. She's not over there in the sideline suit and tie. She's not in business professional attire. She's over there wearing fucking team gear, dude.
Bedazzled stuff.
Colts jackets, Colts hats. Like, this lady fucking lives and breathes this team. And it's cool to see.
It's very cool to see. It's really funny. I just mentioned it. Just a fun fact for everybody. Talked about the Baltimore Colts moving to Indianapolis. Did you know that I just saw a clip on it. That trade was literally a trade between the owner of the Baltimore Colts and who did they trade for? There were two. It's the only time in sports history that teams were literally
the whole team was traded.
The
franchise was traded.
The owners got together and made a deal. I'll give you my franchise for your franchise, and it was because Jim Irsay wanted to be closer to Chicago because that's where he was from. So he was like, "Yeah, this will work." But after 5 or 6 years in Baltimore, he was like, "This is not working. This is bad." And then the Superdome or whatever it is, just the Coliseum came open, so they were like, they gave him crazy ass rights to everything inside of that. So you got to decorate and make all the money off of the games and off of the Coliseum. So it's really crazy to see how it's worked out.
Yeah, because they got some good shit going in Indy. They built a historic franchise there. Peyton Manning, fucking Lucas Oil Stadium's incredible. Has been since it's been built.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you said about the people not giving a shit about the fans, you're right. They don't. They care about the views. They care about the clicks and the views, and it's getting hard to watch.
Mm-hmm. with all things, and that's what's funny. The NASCAR is what really pushed me over, because I've been trying to pay attention to this X23 NASCAR lawsuit versus NASCAR lawsuit.
Oh, yeah. That's Jordan's team, right?
Yeah.
With Bubba Wallace and
Denny Hamlin.
boys.
Mm-hmm. So I've been trying to pay attention to that, and everybody that I've watched NASCAR side has said, like, there's some real shit that's going to come out from this. Like, NASCAR has most certainly done some stuff. There was one lady I watched. She was in the courtroom for one of the trial days, and she said the amount of emails and text messages that were brought forth, that were hidden from teams, were I forget the word she used, but basically exacerbating. It was just crazy, and then she ended with, if anybody thinks that NASCAR or X23 is going to come out unharmed, it is not true. Like, this is going, so it's really cool to see. So hopefully we actually see some change, something. I don't know exactly what this is about. That's my frustration.
I don't either, and I don't think very much of anybody does, unless you're deep in the trenches. But, like, I saw Denny Hamlin tweeted yesterday, or this morning, or it might have been last night, I don't know. But he was like, yeah, my attorneys have told me, like, to not tweet and not do this and not do this, but I just wanted to let you know that, like, I love you guys and I appreciate all the support and this, that, or the other. And let me see exactly what he said. But he said something along those lines. But yeah, my lawyers don't want me to tweet or X or whatever this is, but they are asleep. I just wanted to tell you that I love you guys and I will not stop fighting for you and what is right.
That's See, first of all, that's sad that he has to be like, I can't even say that. I have to watch about even saying that. It's well, we talk about it a lot. We both obviously know. We just talked about it. NASCAR's a big thing. I just watched the video recap of Dale Earnhardt's last Cup Series race and his appreciation. He did a final lap and was talking to the fans, and he just really encompassed it all. And it's what helped push me towards, like,
Dale
they're
Earnhardt
losing.
Jr.?
Yes. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I don't think Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s last lap went too well.
Sorry. It was a final lap around the race, around the track before the race. It was just like it was just a victory lap and him thanking everybody. But he really touched on, if it wasn't for the fans, nobody would be here. And it's literally the ups and downs. And it's so funny to think about, because NASCAR is just like all other sports, to where you have your haters and your winners, your bad guys, and, so it's just really funny to think about in the same aspect as all professional sports, because it really is right there with it.
Yeah. Dude, NASCAR was. I like Dale Jr. I always respected Dale Jr. because I knew he was good, but I didn't like him growing up because it was Jeff Gordon guy. And then, now after he retired, I'm like, I like this guy. He's pretty cool. Like, I always see clips from his podcast and shit. I'm like, he seems like a fucking pretty cool individual.
I love his Dale Jr. Download is a great podcast. Yeah. I very much like that podcast.
They even have him record that. They had him record segments for the career mode on NASCAR. Like, the Dale Jr.
That's cool.
Shows up on the NASCAR video game. Like, if you do something cool or whatever, he's like, yeah, this driver's out here, fucking doing this and this and this. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like, it's cool that he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's cool that he agreed to do that. He's like, fuck yeah, I'll do that.
Well, whenever you just love the sport and you love, I think it goes back to the fans. He's like, and also, who doesn't want to hear themselves on a video game? That's just cool. Right. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah,
dude, that shit was cool. I miss the old NASCAR days, man. Shit was sweet. They definitely, you touched on that though. They're like every other sport. They got their haters and you got their fucking people that they'll live and die by. Like, yeah, they do. They really do. Like, I grew up with that shit.
Yeah.
My house was always like, we didn't like Dale Earnhardt, bro.
Yeah. See, it's so fun. It's either Jeff Gordon or Dale Earnhardt.
And then, like, all the fans got through the biggest loop whenever he signed with Hendrick Motorsports, because they're like, fuck, what do we do now? We can't hate them both.
Yeah.
Like, we have to like them both.
Well, it's almost funny, too, because he left Dale Earnhardt Enterprises to go to them. So, like, he left what his dad started. And,
don't even think that's a thing anymore, is it?
I don't know. I think
Earnhardt
DEI.
team?
Yeah, I think DEI still is.
It might be. I don't know. I know he has a team. Junior has a team. He has an Xfinity team. It's like I think that's his team.
I know that he was trying to. I didn't know that he actually had anything within that. Let me see.
Yeah. Yep. JR Motorsports is him.
Oh yes, yes.
He owns. You know who else owns that with him? Rick Hendrick. So
Really?
He must have gotten good with the Hendricks whenever with Hendrick Motorsports.
Well, that makes sense because whenever he got inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2021, I believe, and 2022, something like that. And I remember watching that, and did he not? He kissed ass. I'm pretty sure he shouted out the news station that he was announcing for. I think he talked about them.
Go watch the Dale Jr. download. Thank you, Rick Hendrick.
Yeah, it was every
It's
promo.
been a pleasure working with you guys, Jeff, Jimmy. It's been a pleasure racing with you guys out there. Who else was on that team? There were 4 of them. I don't remember who the 4th one was. It was I thought there were 4 of them. It was Junior, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Gordon. I don't remember who the last one was.
I don't.
Because there's 4 of them now. It's Byron, Larson, Elliott, and Bowman now.
That's
but
funny.
I don't know who the
Chase Elliott's the only one that's worth a damn.
Yeah, William Byron's pretty good, but he can't. He can't seem to get the whole thing done. Maybe he's still really young. I think he's younger than us. But yeah, Chase Elliott's good. William Byron's good. Alex Bowman sucks. I don't think he's coming back next year. I think they might be replacing him with somebody. I don't remember. I feel like I saw that somewhere. I could just be making shit up though.
You know, NASCAR.
Too closely.
You know what? I forgot about it. I did have one thing to actually talk. I wanted to complain about NASCAR.
Nice.
What happened to NASCAR being about stock cars, about being cars that the everyday person drove?
Yeah.
All cars now look exactly the same. They just have a different decal on the front, but the design, the look, everything's the same. When they switched from being stock cars, being something that you had to sell 500 or 1,000, whatever it was, of before it could be raced. Those were the cool days of NASCAR, man. Yeah. Those were freaking awesome. I love watching the old videos just about that time period because it's like, holy crap! That's whenever you didn't have to have 2 freaking diesel mechanic degrees to build an engine for NASCAR. Yeah. You just had to know how to work on an engine and hopefully could improve it. It was like raw. It was more of a raw time. But also,
next season, the Chevy's getting rid of the Camaro. For NASCAR. Yeah,
really?
The Camaro body look. Yeah.
What are they doing?
Nothing. They're building a race car. Like they're building
just a body.
Like a body specifically designed for optimal racing performance.
Yeah, see, I get that, but I also shut up. Fucking stop.
You're
You're driving.
I agree with you. It was cool, and it was cooler when it was stock cars.
I even remember when we were growing up, early 2000s, you had, you would literally see your Dodges, you'd see your Ford. You'd be able to call it out coming around the track. I specifically remember Casey Kane's number 9 Dodge driving around the track, and I'd be like, man, that's an ugly car. But I liked Casey Kane, but I hated Dodge, so it was I had to bother with it. But, it's just, I don't know. Jeff Gordon's car used to be freaking cool.
Yeah.
Dale Earnhardt always had cool cars, I thought.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just really weird to see the progression of the sport because it's definitely went away from, the history and what started it, and now it's just, dude, whatever will legally pass NASCAR's inspection, put it in that body, and let's try to get away with some things that won't.
And they upped the horsepower for next year, too. I forget what the number is, but the cars are going to be even more powerful next year. So,
okay, here's my other thing with it. You're already going 220 miles an hour, 240 miles an hour. At a certain point in time, you're going to break that safety to speed barrier to where all these improvements safety-wise going to do very little in terms of what you're doing.
Yeah, 750 horsepower is what it's bumped up to next season.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah.
I wonder what the top speeds hit are gonna be. That's crazy, dude.
I guess it'll depend on what track they use them on. From this article, it doesn't seem like they're going to. Actually, no. From this article, it specifically says that boost Cup Series horsepower on select tracks in 2026. Like, dude, if you do that at Talladega, that's a big track. You don't have to let off the brakes in that motherfucker.
I know.
You know what I mean? You just gun it. Daytona,
That would make that
Talladega.
track. Those races would be insane, honestly. But they are, anyways. I can't say that. I think racing's just fun if you like racing. You can enjoy it. My
Especially
issue now.
Daytona, man. There's something about Daytona with it being the first race of the year, like the big weekend. They have like the Daytona Duel and shit. It's just like they make a big spectacle out of it, and it's like, damn, this is pretty sweet.
It's just one of the most iconic tracks, I think. Like,
Yeah.
you can't not think of that when you think of NASCAR.
Daytona's in Gran Turismo 7.
Really?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I got it yesterday, and I was like looking at because I got a gift card from work. It was like my Thanksgiving bonus. It was like a fucking $30 gift card, but I saw Gran Turismo on sale. I was like, I'm getting this shit.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's got Daytona on there. It's got other tracks on there that they couldn't get the licensing rights for, but they got Daytona.
That's cool.
Because like when you're driving around, you see Daytona on the wall. Like,
Dude, I literally, on the way home from our honeymoon, me and Faith, I was like, dude, Faith, that's awesome, because we passed the wall that had Daytona on it. Like, we were on the highway there. So,
oh, that's fucking sweet.
yeah, that's really cool. Oh, damn. Yep, that's cool.
Let's see, I feel like I had one other thing, maybe not sports related. I do. I have two, actually. Let me make sure.
Yes.
Let me make sure my one didn't disappear. Yep, I still got it pulled up. So my first one was a really good point that I never had thought of, but this guy, like, he admitted when he was talking, that he admitted that he didn't have, like, a super deep knowledge of this, but he was talking about AI, and it was the Rockstar co-founder, one of the Rockstar co-founders, Dan Houser. He said he compared AI to mad cow disease, and says execs pushing it aren't very creative people. But his quote, I never thought of it this way, but I think he's got a point. I might need to get like somebody that actually knows more about it on it. But he said, I'll send it to you so you can see it too. AI is going to eventually eat itself. As far as I understand it, which is really superficial, the models scour the internet for information. But the internet's going to get more and more full of information made by these models. So it's sort of like when we fed cows with cows and got mad cow disease. Some of the people trying to define the future of humanity, creativity, or whatever is using AI are not the most humane or creative people. So they're sort of saying, we're better at being human than you are. It's obviously not true. But I've never thought about that. Like anything that AI generates is stuff that they pull from the internet. How long is it going to be until the internet's so AI flooded that it's feeding itself?
Mm-hmm.
And when it starts feeding itself, how incredibly fucking wrong is it going to be?
And we've already seen multiple instances where it sources itself for references, and you can easily catch you easily catch it. That's a really good example. That is such a good way to bring such an overwhelming thought into real world terms. Mm-hmm. Very digestible for everybody to understand what that is, and then also to start taking kind of notice of it as well. Because you're right. Like, it's literally it's just self-explanatory, obviously. It's so self-explanatory that it's true.
Yeah, like, I thought he had a really good point. I just never thought of it that way. I'm like, damn, this guy's fucking on to something. And I lost my other thing that I had. That's on me for not saving it. Let me see if I can find it again real quick.
Yeah, that's the same as somebody writing a book about science, writing a book about math, writing a book for English, language arts, history, and all that, and then going and trying to teach any grade level straight from their source. You're just sourcing yourself. You don't know what the fuck. Yeah.
Give me one moment real quick. I'll have to cut this out. I gotta answer this phone call.
Yep.
Alright. And we're back. Yeah, I just had to answer that real quick. Main reason I wanted to answer that is I know she was going to a job interview, and I wanted to know how stressful the rest of my day was going to be.
Yeah.
Because if she didn't know how it went, and she was going to be stressed out.
Yeah.
And and sometimes that's frustrating.
Well, yeah. I can imagine.
But instead, it seems like she's going to be excited. So
good. Yep.
Yeah.
Optimist is better.
Yeah, I've gotten really good at not letting her bad mood ruin my day. I hate to word it like that because like I don't want to say she ruins my day, but like there's some days where like she'll stress out about some shit like it's worth stressing out about, but not as bad as she's stressing out about it.
Yep.
And
no, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and it makes the day like kind of frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
So I had to know what I was about to walk into when she got back, but it seems to be all good. But yeah. Goddamn. Trying to find this thing, but I can't find it, and I don't know why, because it was right up here on the most recents, and now it's gone. So I don't know if somebody deleted it or what. But it was from Reddit. I was going to do another reading from Reddit.
Yeah.
One of those am I overreacting things, which I could still find one. And then I'll cut out some dead air here. Give me a second to scroll, but let's see. This might be a good one. I hope it's not long.
Reddit readings. I love these.
Am I overreacting for being upset that my boyfriend doesn't know my full name or many things about me at all? Now, first, I'm gonna make a prediction before I read the details. I think that's a good thing to start doing because the titles are often very misleading. Did you tell him? Did you ever tell this man these things? Because if you didn't, then how the fuck's he supposed to know?
How's he supposed to know?
Yeah.
And when we say tell them, we mean in the sense of, let's say you're a man and your name is Andy, but it's actually Andrzej.
That's what I was about to say.
And that may sound crazy, but that's real.
It can happen.
So, like Wyatt said, did you tell this guy? Because, yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah, and then it says, okay, I'll go into the reading now. She's 26-year-old female. She says, my boyfriend, 31 years old male, doesn't know my middle name. We've been together for a little over a year now, and it feels weird to me that he doesn't have any idea what my middle name is. It's a very basic white girl middle name, and we have absolutely talked about it before. Okay. There's lots of other things about me that I think are basic to know about your partner, but he has no idea. Things like my tattoos, my workplace, my school. How does he not know about your tattoos? You've been together for a year, like he's seen them. I'm not going to go into details as to why and get vulgar about it, but he's seen them. I'm sure.
We're going to assume he has, anyways.
We're going to assume he has, and then if he hasn't, then it is your fucking fault, lady. You better reevaluate yourself.
Yeah, you're not saying or telling or showing this man anything.
Yeah. Yeah, my tattoos, my workplace, my school, my family members' names, my best friends and roommates' names, etc. He has always laughed about not knowing my birthday. And of course forgot it. And of course forgot it when the day came up. There are also many more intimate details from my past and my future goals that I think are important in knowing who I am as a person that he just doesn't know. Some stuff he doesn't know because he doesn't ask. A lot of it I told him many, many times, and he just doesn't remember. I know all this information about him. When I bring it up to him, he simply states that men don't worry about that kind of thing, and if we are happy, then it doesn't matter. He says they are all small details, and forgetting my birthday isn't a big deal because we're adults and it's just another day. To me, it feels like he doesn't care to know me, but I will admit I can be an overanalyzer. He genuinely isn't bothered that he doesn't know. Am I overreacting for being upset? I'm considering ending things because I can't imagine spending my life with someone who doesn't know my name, but maybe that's just how men are. Lady, I'll tell you right now, it's not. You're not overreacting. If you happen to stumble across this podcast, you need to fucking leave that, dude. Because, like...
There are two scenarios here. There's two scenarios. Okay, so, one, this guy either had a very traumatic childhood, and so he doesn't, the details don't matter to him, or he just simply can't remember them for whatever reason. I would say everything you had mentioned is unexcusable aside from your birthday. With only being together for a year, he's only been with you for one birthday, which was the one he just learned about. So, everything else, this leads to my second point. I think this is fake. I think that you're just searching for the internet for people to reply to you, because there is no way on this planet that anybody would be with somebody for a year and then not know, like, anything about them to that extent.
Yeah. If you're in it for that long and he doesn't know any of this stuff, that's kind of your fault. Like, yeah, he's a dick, but it shouldn't have taken you a year to figure that out.
Or are you first? Yeah, let's go back to the one of the. If he doesn't know the tattoos you have, that means he hasn't seen your body, which probably means this is an online relationship. Which, therefore, he probably doesn't know a lot of these things about you. So if this is real, you're dumber than a box of rocks for even staying this long.
For staying with him, yeah. You should leave him. You should leave him before you make yourself an even larger fool.
Yes, you do not deserve this, and nobody deserves to just be made stupid, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, because if that is real, then that guy just doesn't give a fuck. Like, I can understand not remembering some of these things, like friends' names. I don't remember a lot of Jocelyn's friends' names. I remember two that I've met like frequently. I don't remember some of her family because there's so many of them. But I remember her sisters. I remember her dad, her mom. You know, all the ones that I've met and interacted with regularly.
Yep.
I remember her brother's names because they're super fucking average names. They're hard to forget. You could seriously just like throw out a name and your first three guesses would probably be right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So see if you can get it. Give me three guesses. No, he's not. Same mom, different dad. He's not black. Yeah, her mom's white. So
white guys.
Yeah, they have the same mom, different dad. So like, if you were to just pick 5 random names, I guarantee you,
that'd be so hard.
You might get both of them.
See, now I'm like overanalyzing because I'm like Anthony, Michael.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm ending there. I'm 1 for 2. I'm ending there. Okay. 1 for 2. I'm gonna throw in the other white names. James.
No.
I don't want to say Jonathan then because she has Jocelyn, so not a Jonathan and a Jocelyn. That would be weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sticking with that one. I don't know. Who's the other one?
Tommy.
Oh, that's so funny. See,
Tommy.
Okay. That's super white. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Shit. Yeah, so he either doesn't care or you haven't made it known that you're a real person. Because... And average white girl names are very easy. Middle names, probably Nicole, honestly, if you're an average white girl that seems to match. Which is good. It goes, you know. I've heard Noelle a few times, more times than I thought I would. I don't know. That's just dumb. You're crazy. I like these Reddit readings. That one's a good one, because I wish I knew if it was real.
Yeah, right?
That's a good one.
Here's another one I can go through real quick. I'm not going to read all of these text messages, but basically there's a lot of them. But this dude suggested that he found this weight loss challenge, and he said we should do a challenge. And then you can already tell she's getting mad. He said we should do a challenge. Actually, never mind, no challenge. And then she says, no, what's the challenge? What were you going to say? And immediately right there, this guy's in trouble. He said, I was going to say we should do a weight loss challenge and see who could lose more weight based on BMI. Then her response was, that's fucking weird. You can do that challenge by yourself. Literally said, don't make any comments about my body and appearance, and now you say you want to do a challenge to see who loses more weight. I'm not even going to go through reading the rest of this. Yeah, lady, you're overreacting fucking crazy. This man just wants you to be alive with him for a long time. He didn't say, hey, you fat bitch, you want to lose some weight? He said, hey, we should do this thing together, like as a unit.
Because it's about building a life together, and also, like, my biggest, if you're happy with your body or with your lifestyle, that's awesome. Be happy about it. But there's nothing wrong with trying to better yourself, or that's really like so aggressively wrong that I'm not surprised, because it seems to, like, obviously weight's an offensive thing for women for whatever reason, but it's like nowhere in that was there context that was ill-willed or negative. Like,
no.
It seemed, and first of all, do you know how smart it is for him to say going off of BMI? Because that is literally making it a fair competition. It is not making it, you know. So, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm going to say she's definitely overreacting, and honestly,
I'm reading some of the caption, though. She is 110 pounds, so I don't know. It didn't seem like it had any ill intent. I've been there, so what it seemed like to me was, hey, I want to lose weight. Can you, like, work out with me and keep me accountable and do this thing with me?
Yeah.
That's because that makes that shit a lot easier if you have somebody there with you to be like, nope, you can't do that. No, you got to make sure you go to the gym today. You can't just sit here. You know what I mean? Like, it makes that shit a lot easier to accomplish.
Yep.
If you have somebody, like, on you about that. Like, this guy didn't seem like even if she is small, this seems like this guy was like, hey, like, I want to lose weight. I need, you know, can you help me?
Yeah. And even look, yeah, that's a good way to look at it, because you know what, maybe he's just asking help in himself, and you take it as yourself. Okay, I'm 110 pounds, I'm 5'2", so I'm small already. Why don't you just try to get in better shape? Like,
yeah, and it's an activity that you guys can do together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, you can go to the gym together, and it's easier to eat healthy when you're together and you're fucking like, because eating healthy, man, it's a lot of food preparation. It's a big pain in the ass. Not one person wants to cook that every single day. Fucking switch off. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lot easier if it's a team effort. I don't think this guy had any ill will behind this. She blew up. There are 3 pages of just only text messages from her.
See, that is where I go into it, and I start breaking down maybe her thought process. And in my opinion, it's the same as, like, if somebody calls me a curse word, for me to get upset about it, I have to, like, self-identify with it. So she must already be having some internal issues about weight or body size that just kind of overfilled, but definitely not the outlet to take, or in the person to take it out on. That's...
Yeah, I can even understand her feeling some type of way about it, like maybe being a little discouraged or frustrated, but your initial response shouldn't be, that's fucking weird, you can do that challenge by yourself. That's just fucking rude. You know what I mean? Like, I think a better response would have been like, what are you trying to say by that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm 100 pounds. What do you mean? Like,
you need to go about it with respect to the like, what's the amount of respect to the person you have the conversation with? And it seems like she just has none, because it was...
Yeah, if I pitch you a nice, like, wholesome, productive couples activity, and you respond with, that's fucking weird, you can do that by yourself, I probably won't do anything with you ever again. That'll probably be the end of my lease there. I mean,
well, yeah, it's so deterring, and it's also, like... Yeah. Why are you going to be so negative? I don't know, dude. That's just...
and I'd hate to see how their other arguments go if that's what she jumps to. Shit. My God. Imagine if he actually does something wrong.
And for me, it's like, as somebody that has to work on it in general, because the way that the things that I say, I think it and then I say it, because I'm not somebody that's apologetic, but I need to be, so I'm trying to learn with that. When you're talking to your significant other, there are so many times and scenarios where the first thing that's said is the wrong thing to be said. But whenever you're texting, you have so many moments in between typing and sending it that, to me, it's like, are you not taking any time to think about what you're saying here? Because... I mean, shoot, even if she would have just taken out the curse words from that, because it's a significant other, it would have changed the entire tone and, you know, how he received it. But automatically like, what the fuck are you trying to say? That's automatic attitude. And you can't tell dictation through text. But when you throw in that, you kind of, you get a hint.
Yeah. When your words are, that's fucking weird, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, yeah. Which is also... It's not weird. It's not weird. Like, literally, it has never been, it's never been easier to, and more common, to try to just be healthier a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
So, that's crazy. That's crazy.
It's really not bad at all. It's not like, yeah, he definitely wasn't calling this lady fat from what I can tell. I don't know, how they talk outside of that, so I can't.
Hopefully it's not, Maybe she's just having a bad day, and that was just like an offense she wasn't ready for. We'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But in general, I think the good lesson and something we could just take from this is that if somebody's talking to you and or your significant other just wants to better themselves and better you in any way, just have the conversation with them, even if you're not on board, and let them know where you're at, because that's just a good way to lose all trust. And like you said, want to just bail out, because if I can't even do something that's good for us together, where's this going to go? Like, how are we going to make it a whole life together?
I wonder how their children conversation is going to go. Yeah, I think we should have a baby. That's fucking weird. You can go have a baby by yourself.
Which, who knows, by the time our kids grow up, we may be at that phase of being like Krypton, and, babies are just, they're not born, they're just kind of grown.
I'm gonna get for our fucking, when we do our holiday one, our long show, I'm gonna get some of these ready.
Yes.
Because I think we should do that a little long. We should do the awards and just have fun. It's holidays and shit. So I think we could do a little bit of extra time on that if you wanted to, if we're able to. Yep. I'll get a list of these bitches saved. I don't know. I don't use Reddit enough to know how to save things, but I'm gonna try to find out how. Oh, there's a save button. Okay, we're good.
I'll do the same thing. I have Reddit for my coins. I'll start getting into some other stuff. So I think that's a great idea.
I think it's be a good time to close up shop. I'm gonna go get prepared. If you have any last minute thoughts or feelings, let's have them.
I really just wanted to end on the benefits of childhood. I gotta say, whenever looking back now, I didn't realize what butter churning would do for me. But day in and day out, now as an adult, I'm reaping the benefits of the forearm strength, the hand motions, and the things that follow. So everybody go, and even if it seems like a chore, practice your churning. It'll benefit you in the long run. This has been episode 49 of the Backroad Banter podcast, and we'll see you later.